Oh, look at the time.
What
Actually,
time is it?
I don't have a watch. I can't tell you the time. But it's E3.
Yes, it's E3 2015.
Yeah, the Electronic Entertainment Expo.
Yes, it's time for us to revel in all of the announcements of games.
And there's going to be plenty of them, because this year, there's not just the usual 5 press conferences. There are an astounding 8 of them. Well, technically Nintendo's isn't really a press conference, but anyway,
Yeah.
we're getting the introduction of Bethesda's throwing one in Sunday, and then later on Tuesday we're getting Square Enix and we're getting AMD bringing out a 3-hour PC presentation, which Microsoft is also going to be in. So
yeah, what are you gonna do?
So it's going to be crazy. So we here are going to be covering our predictions of the big 3 as we usually do, as well as an additional 4th video of just all the usual expectations that we have for the other companies.
There's a lot of games we're not going to talk about because we probably missed them. We could talk forever and ever on the games.
Yeah, and there are leaks that we're going to be bringing out here. So if you wanted to keep yourself completely unawares of what's going on, please stop this or watch it and mute it because we'll get we'll get views for that. Anyway, this video we're talking about Microsoft.
Yes.
So Microsoft, we all know what happened 2 years ago.
Yeah, the whole fiasco.
They started this generation on the wrong foot. And last year they did a really good job of trying to fix that. They started off by talking about, hey guys, here's our games. They're not ready yet, but here are the games that we're coming out with in 2015, 16. Well, guess what? 2015 now.
Yes.
So now we're going to start getting to see those teasers and those questionable ideas that are starting to come to fruition.
Yes.
Let us start off with the game we know for sure is going to be there, and that is Halo 5 Guardians.
Yes, they announced this last year, but they haven't shown any of the single-player campaign yet. And I believe the multiplayer has been in beta for a while now.
They've had beta events off and on. Some people have been concerned about the way they use auto-aiming and stuff that seem like more like perks from the Call of Duty franchise being bled into the Halo series. Also, we've been seeing a number of teaser trailers on televised events, such as The Walking Dead, specifically to show off
the new character.
The new character, but we have no information really on what the full campaign is going to be like.
So from what we gather, it's something to do about Master Chief being evil now, or being written up as a monster,
yeah,
and this other character's hunting them. I'm wondering if a dual campaign, that'd be a big hit.
I'm wondering if it's either 2 campaigns or it's one singular. This is the more disappointing one. If it's a singular campaign that goes between the 2 in different perspectives.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun. Probably get a full demo or a full playthrough of one of the single-player levels just to show everything off for that. When I want to think of Microsoft, we usually think about Halo. But the other shooter we think about is Gears of War.
Yes. Now, there was a leak that happened about a month ago where there was actually footage shown of this new Gears of War experience, but it was like the first one remade, and we believe it's called Gears of War Ultimate, which was also leaked as a title on like a website.
Yeah, it was I think an Italian retailer. I think it was Gears of War Ultimate Edition, and my belief is that it is just a remake of the first game.
Now it could be maybe a remake of more than just the first one, either that or it's going to have more stages. It's going to have something more to it than just a blown-out remake.
It's going to be a full remake of the game, almost maybe even just retelling the story, because this is the Coalition's first game. The Coalition, by the way, is the renamed version of Black Tusk. They showed off that game Shanghai, which was the guy who had a gun, and that was really cool.
And that was
it. So now we're finally going to see that. Now, are we going to see a new Gears of War, though? I'm not thinking it, Leo.
No, I think if they want to push this remake by this new developer, or renamed developer, I don't think they want to throw another one out there.
Yeah, I think this is their way to get involved in the series. Kind of like how they want 343 Industries to be all about the Halo franchise. Yes. They want Coalition to be all about Gears of War, and this is the way they're going to get them into that sort of mindset.
If there are going to announce anything else besides that, it's probably going to be a teaser or something to do with being inside of Ultimate Edition. The next game is from Platinum Games, and it is called Scalebound.
Yeah, it was shown off in a teaser CG trailer last year, and they pretty much just said, hey guys, we're making it.
And you're riding a giant dragon and you have to turn like a scale outfit. That's why it's called Scalebound.
Whoa!
Is that in-game? Or is it just a trailer?
Well, this year, we're going to find out. The game is going to be pretty much already finished or very close to it by now. I expect it to be released this holiday season or early next year. So that's going to be fun to see because it's all about getting those teaser trailers now into fruition.
Yes, remember, have you seen a trend so far?
Now, Fable Legends is almost out.
Is this the one where you have to use like the smartphone?
You can be as evil, or you can be one of the heroes, yes. That game should be out fully soon, as far as I can tell. I don't know if Lionhead has anything else in development. I think they've been putting all their eggs in this basket right now.
Okay. Next thing we're going to see probably is a Crackdown trailer.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be finished, but,
It was one of the last things they showed off last year, during that stint of like 20 minutes where they said all these games are coming out farther in the future, and this was one of them. We saw a major teaser trailer.
And now it's time for us to see a trailer.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to see any gameplay, or if we are seeing gameplay, that's all we're going to see. I don't know if it's even going to be playable. I'm not convinced Crackdown will be ready by the end of the year.
It's probably next year.
They're probably going to show it off this year to be releasing next year.
Probably one of the last things they'll show at the conference.
Yeah, that's likely the case. Now, at the same time, during that same time from last year when they were talking about all those games coming up, one of them was Phantom Dust.
Everyone was really excited about that one, and I was excited to see it.
And Phantom Dust will not be at the C3.
Sad face, but after the whole dropping of its developer, I think they're just kind of starting from scratch again. They don't want to cancel it because it's still a unique IP.
They're not going to officially say anything about canceling the game. They're going to try and work on it as hard as they can, but I don't think we're going to see Phantom Dust again for another couple of years. Or at least another year. This year, only 1 year later, yeah, not ready. If they show a trailer for it, it's just a way to be like smoke and mirrors in my eyes.
With the purchase of Minecraft, you know Microsoft's going to be talking about that.
Yes.
One of the big games they announced was actually Minecraft Stories. I think it was by Telltales?
Yeah, it was a collaboration with Telltale Games. They didn't have anything to show for it, but they announced it. This will be the first time that Minecraft's really been licensed out for game purposes, other than the very different versions through 4J Studios. But this is going to be interesting because now we're going to see an actual plot associated with it, other than it's the Ender Dragon. No, it's going to be an actual adventure game, which I'm questioning because their audience is comprised of younger audiences. I'm not sure if the adventure genre is fitting to that game.
But then they could prove us completely wrong when they show it off at E3.
Yeah, and so they're going to definitely have to show something for this because Minecraft has to be present. It's just their biggest IP.
They spent a lot of money on it.
$2 billion is not something that will not be at the C3. Let's say it that way. You know what else was purchased quite a while ago?
Rare. I'm sorry, I ruined that for you.
Coming off me. Why? I used to ruin everything.
I ruin everything. Well, you know what I'm ruining this too? Battletoads.
You're ruining Battletoads?
No, I'm ruining the discussion of Battletoads.
Oh, okay.
So, we believe Battletoads will be the rare game that they're going to be showing off at E3. There's been a lot of hints about a Battletoads resurgence in Microsoft, from the symbol being shown off
and
a lot.
at Shovel Knight.
And Shovel Knight in the Xbox One version. It's almost like, hey, Battletoads, get ready for that. So we're like, okay,
let's get on with it.
It would be a game that would be unexpected and would be greatly appreciated.
And it's so old. Not to say it's so old since it didn't have the last game came out on like Super Nintendo.
Yes,
and that was way back when. I would say this is a great way to rebirth the franchise, much as they did with Killer Instinct. I think they saw that Killer Instinct did very well with the bringing IP from Rare back to the forefront. Now let's go further back. Let's get some Battletoads in there. And who knows, maybe we'll get some Double Dragon in there again. We never know. That was the weirdest crossover I've ever seen.
Made sense, though. In a cosmic sort of way.
Yeah, in a cosmic sort of way. Now, there's one thing that Microsoft loves doing at press conferences.
Yes, press conferences are a big thing.
Yeah. Well, you know what they like to do? They like to have new OSs.
Yes.
And there's going to be a new one this year.
Yes, this one is going to be geared towards the fact that you don't need to connect as much.
Yes.
And also the fact is they want to reboot their whole they have a whole new lineup of games coming out.
Yes.
Time for them to have a new OS to go along with it.
And you know what? I think it's about time for a new Xbox One model, too.
Ooh, now this was leaked, wasn't it?
There was, I believe...
Or a rumored leak.
I believe it was on an Amazon posting that showed that they mentioned Xbox One and no picture and nothing, and it was dropped quickly thereafter. I think there's going to be either a new bundle or a price drop, but if it's a new Xbox One model, thank goodness, because that thing is the size of Tony and needs to be shrunk.
That's offensive to me.
It's offensive to me too. I mean, exact same size as you. Now, another franchise that Microsoft's been working on for a while is Forza Motorsport.
Yes, we've been looking for a new one of those games.
Yeah, we saw Forza Horizon 2 last year, and I think we had Forza Motorsport 5 on the launch of the system. I think now is about the time we start seeing a teaser for the next one. Now, are we going to see it out this year? Probably not. But we're going to see a teaser to kind of further bolster their lineup.
So now we're going to move on to third-party games. Not all of them, but some of them. This one, I believe, is an Xbox One exclusive.
For the moment, at least.
Yeah. Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yep. Now, Square Enix made this announcement a while back, and people were not too happy to hear it. But now, the game is about ready to be shown off. Now, we saw a trailer earlier this month with her in the tundra. And so now
a mountain
in space, and nondescript location, and
an avalanche fell on her.
Oh, but yet she survived. And I think that's going to be a big gameplay demo for them. They're going to show like a 15-20 minute demo, maybe closer to 10. Let's be honest. For the what was the line text that usually comes on for the sake of time?
Yes.
For the interest of time.
There you go.
There we go. Speaking of which, that one that always comes up is Call of Duty. Now, there's rumors that the Call of Duty exclusivity deal ends with Black Ops 3.
And that's this one.
And that's this one. So there's a chance we might actually not see Call of Duty at this press conference, and instead on the Sony one. But I do think a first-person shooter from a major third party will be shown one way or another. So nondescript first-person shooter.
For the interest of time, let's keep moving forward.
Yeah. Now, another one that is Xbox One exclusive is Elite Dangerous. Now, I say exclusive in terms of console exclusive. That game is clearly on PC. But we do know that Elite Dangerous was announced to be coming exclusively to Xbox One, and they gave some frou-frou answer about how it's the better fit platform for it. So we're going to see some trailer at the very least, much like World of Tanks, Xbox 360 edition, or whatever they called it. Yeah. And this one's going to be definitely for Elite Dangerous.
Now, we don't know exactly what Ubisoft's going to show, but they're probably going to show off next Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, now last year they did. Last year they showed Assassin's Creed on the Xbox 360.
Yes, and they showed it off on the Sony one, didn't they? They kept showing it.
No, they showed various things. They showed various games.
I lost track. There's so many Ubisoft everywhere.
Ubisoft has a lot of third-person shooters and adventures, and I think they're going to split them between Sony and Microsoft. And so I think Microsoft is getting Assassin's Creed, and Sony's going to get. Well, we'll talk about Sony next time. So then we're going to look at some more download-based games, some more like smaller games, smaller tier games. They did a really good job last year with Ori and the Blind Forest, and
people really like that one.
And the ID at Xbox little montage. So the first thing I think we're going to see is a new game from Press Play. Now, Press Play is the developer of Max and the Curse of Brotherhood, I believe it was called.
Yes, the Magic Marker.
It was the Max and the Magic Marker before they were bought by Microsoft and made a more realistic-looking one while still being cartoony.
Yes, that game came out already, and now it's time for them to work on their next project.
I mean, they had another game too, with a tower-based game with blocks, but now they're making a new game.
Is it Max or new
no?
Max?
I think it's a new game altogether, a new IP. We've been seeing pictures of them working on something. I would say it's about time we start seeing something from them. We know there's going to be an ID at Xbox game montage.
Yeah, all those indies.
Yeah, there's going to be at least one major indie game they're going to put a lot of focus on. We know about Inside from Playdead.
That one's probably going to be the big one they're pushing.
Yeah.
With Limbo being such a huge success, and it's going to be a great art game to see.
Yeah, and now the game was slated for early 2015, and so now we're midway there. So I think that
it's taking a long time for them.
The game is probably going to come out very soon. It's just a matter of when. I also think we're going to hear another game that we don't know about from a big indie game developer that's going to be exclusive to Xbox One as well. Like Cuphead. Cuphead might be there in another form.
I really like the animation for that.
Yeah, that game looked great, and it'd be wonderful to see how it has advanced in the last few months. The other thing to note is no HoloLens. Oh man, that feels so good saying that.
What?
No HoloLens. Yeah, I was going to say HaloLens for a second there.
It is. That's what it's called. It's HoloLens. We don't believe the HoloLens technology is far enough along to be shown, and we're not really sure it's actually going to be used with the Xbox.
Yeah, they've been showing off at consumer events, showing off how Minecraft can be built around you. Whoa! But I haven't really seen it being used in a full-fledged way that Microsoft is willing to do. Now, they made press conference.
They might try and push it simply to compete against Sony with their producing, but I don't think it's far enough along to really show to the masses.
I also think that it would be a much better item to show off in the PC event. Which we're also going to see a number of these games that we just discussed being announced for Windows 10. In fact, expect Windows 10 to be a major push when they're on the AMD event.
There is one thing I don't think they're going to be pushing.
Yeah,
that's streaming tech.
Yeah, I know that Microsoft had some sort of purchase deal with some weird company back then, and I had made the audacity to say, hey, they're going to talk about streaming technology because PlayStation Now, and nothing came of it.
Nope.
And I think that I don't think it's catching on. I think now that they've seen how PlayStation Now is not becoming so heavily pushed as it was being emphasized before, I think now Microsoft is sitting back and going, I don't think so right now. I don't think now is the time for streaming games, especially not with the way people hated on us the last time we started saying you had to be connected to the internet. So I think they kind of pulled back, and I don't think streaming tech's going to be a case here. So, we've just gone ahead and made a whole lot of random discussion about games that will or may not be there.
Yeah.
So what is the theme of this upcoming Microsoft press conference?
We got IPs!
Yes. So a lot of problems that people have with Microsoft is they really had a light or shallow set of IPs. You had Halo, we got Fable, we got Gears of War and Forza, and that was kind of it.
Most people looked at Microsoft and said, your third parties are saving you. And now the third parties are on the PlayStation 4 just as much as they are on Xbox One, and everyone's buying PlayStation 4s because Sony's IPs. Microsoft's coming out this year and saying, no, we got IPs too, and we are delivering them this year, as opposed to what they say Sony is not doing this year.
Yeah, so that's where we're going to get push from Rare. We're also going to see some more other titles for the Minecraft experiences. I do think we might even see some more games that we haven't even listed here. I think maybe one or two even more IPs. Project Spark might come back in some way, shape, or form.
I mean, a lot of those exclusives too, like Scalebound and Rise of the Tomb Raider, are other reasons they're trying to get people on their platform.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to build their IP lineup, and that's definitely what this E3 looks like it's going to do.
And with indies like Inside, you're going to get people on your console.
Yep. And now for the most embarrassing part of our guess. Time for us to make some big dollar guesses. I have no dollars in my hands because I got no money. But my guess for what they're going to go off for, Minecraft 2. Or major exclusive Minecraft content from Xbox One. I said or, because I'm not entirely convinced that Minecraft 2 is going to be announced. But I do think something major for Minecraft will be announced, whether it's a new variant besides Minecraft stories, like a racing game or like an major adventure game like Zelda-esque or something that's so significant using the Minecraft concept that that's going to be big.
It's going to be its own thing from Minecraft. I agree. If they made Minecraft 2, that would be quite big. And people get really mad. So I don't think it's going to happen. But this one is going to be, if they do it, I'll be extremely happy. If they don't, I don't know if I'll just be like, eh.
You'll be disappointed. You'll be like the older parent. You're like, I'm just disappointed.
Banjo-Kazooie. We know that Rare's going to have a game there. We believe it's Battletoads. If it's Banjo-Kazooie, that's great. But I'm also concerning that it's going to be something else that's not Banjo-Kazooie. So my guess is not just that it's Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, now you're
that
right.
it's Banjo 3E.
Oh!
Or a game in the vein of the real Banjo-Kazooie, not like nuts and bolts.
Oh, so you're adding like an additional hey,
it's a clause asterisk. It can't just be a Banjo-Kazooie game.
No party games.
No party.
No Connect experiences where you go like this.
It has to be a 3D platforming game in the kin of old Banjo-Kazooie games.
Yes, and because we know that from the people at Playtonic that they are going to be showing something out out there, and they are quite confident it's going to be something we like.
It's either Banjo-Kazooie or
it's got to be.
So again, so that's our big predictions.
Yeah, so Microsoft has got quite a bit to come up.
Yes.
Now, last year they showed off a lot of stuff to kind of convince us that they weren't, something to avoid. This year, they better step up to the plate and make those promises come to life. And now, with that done, it's time for us to take a look at Sony. Oh, but you got to click on the next link to get to look at that.
Yeah, we'll be here, but you shouldn't be. You should click that link.
Yeah. So
wherever it is,
whatever direction the link is, it's going to be somewhere. It was already there. I don't know why I did the thing. So click on it. Click on the link, because I'm just going to keep waving my hand like this, like I'm trying
until we cut the video.
Like it's an invisible orb in the space. It's the Xbox One logo. I'm just rubbing it slowly. Slowly.